If you're somebody that's run webinars, you've set up webinars for clients, or you've set up webinars for other people, please watch this video. I need some answers, and I might even pay you if you can help me resolve this. So I just got done with a webinar with one of my clients, and I recorded the KPIs here. It says December 5th. I'm actually, if you look down on the bottom right, it says we're in December 6th. That's because I'm in the Philippines. I'm in the future. But we just did the webinar like 2 hours ago. So here's the KPIs. We spent $3,200 on meta ads. We acquired nearly 300 registrants. 52 unique people showed up during the presentation, which is 18%, which sounds low, but I'll get back to that. And then the cost per lead is 10.9, which it depends on the industry. This is fairly low from the numbers that I've seen, but you tell me. And then we booked 10 calls. And then obviously so far, because we just did it, none of them have closed. The sales cycle is about a week. So I'll do another follow-up video to give you the exact cash collected. I'm projecting we'll make maybe 15,000 if this is an average webinar. But I mean, look at these other KPIs. The one that we did on November 21st, just insane. 8.6 ROAS. Like, that's crazy. We had a 17% attendance rate, kind of a high cost per lead, 16 calls booked, which is what? A little over a third of the people that attended booked a call. Pretty good. $32,000 cash collected. Just insane numbers. So my question to you is this. I've done a ton of webinars, especially this year, but I'm still not really an expert at them. I've attended a ton of webinars, both as a consumer and as a marketer, a lot, especially this year too. And from what I've seen, very few brands are heavily reliant on cold traffic for webinars, almost none. So this niche, I'm not going to say what it is, what industry this is, but in this industry, it's kind of standard to run webinars to sell high ticket as one of the marketing methods. But everybody else that does it in this industry has a massive audience. They have millions of YouTube followers, millions of TikTok followers, etc. So here's an example. This tab right here is an example of one of our competitors. I was able to get access to their webinar jam and see what their attendance rates were. And you can see the attendance rates are just significantly higher than ours. 35, 40, 50, as high as almost 70. The lowest was 18%. And obviously the total number registered is way higher as well. But the numbers are just, they look a lot better. But again, this person, this brand, they're doing their webinars almost entirely off of warm traffic. So of course their numbers are higher. It's so much easier to get people to attend, to download, to buy, to book a call, whatever, if they already know, like, and trust you. If you're going to run ads, even for just something free, like an ebook, to completely cold traffic, your conversion rates are going to be lower than if it was warm traffic. Obviously, that's just the way it is. They're complete strangers. So back to the numbers here. Every webinar I've done with this particular brand has been to almost 100% cold traffic. So my question to you is, are these good KPIs? Because I haven't been able to find an example of anybody that's reliant on purely cold traffic. That's like a small brand. You know, Russell Brunson doesn't count. Like, that's too big. He's got too much brand awareness. I'm talking about small people that are unknown, that are making money off of webinars from cold traffic. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but as far as I can tell, these are really good numbers. The average ROAS here is like 4, I think. Yeah, average 3.9 ROAS, and we'll see what this webinar is. If this webinar ends up at, you know, let's say only one person closes, that'll put the average at 3.6, which, as far as I can tell, 3.6 ROAS, selling high-ticket products, entirely cold. That seems pretty good. That seems like really good numbers, but you tell me. So the reason I want you to watch this is, if you're somebody that has tons of experience with webinars, or you know other people doing this, I would pay money to help me get these numbers up, to improve them, get my cost per lead down. And if you know somebody that can do this, that has experience with cold traffic, that's important. I don't care about your warm traffic numbers. That's a different game. If you know somebody that's getting a high ROAS with cold traffic on webinars, I would gladly pay them money to help me improve these numbers. But other than that, I will report back in about a week to see where these numbers are at. If we end up at, let's say, 14,000 cash collected, that would be, 2 of these calls convert. That would put our average ROAS at, basically 4, which is excellent. And I think to be able to have a cold traffic system where you put in $1 and you get out 4, that's crazy. As far as I can tell, unless I'm missing something here, that seems like a really, really good system to just scale. And so with this client, I don't know when our next webinar is going to be. I think we're going to do probably closer to 7,000 ad spend. We're going to keep notching up the spend. But if we can keep these KPIs relatively consistent, this is crazy. This is crazy return on ad spend, I think. But I would love to know what you think. Comment down below. Let me know. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.